Hi, this is Laurece West from LaureceWestStudios.com. I'm a voice and performance coach. I offer elite training for professional singing and speaking. And today we're continuing our part 3 of a mini-series of how to release limiting beliefs, doubt, fear, and worry. And of course, this is really important so that you can clear your mind space, be in a good energy, that you're not losing a lot of your energy to your head or your emotions, so you can manifest what you want, and most importantly, present and perform at peak so that you can really connect with people and positively affect your listeners. Today we're going to talk about emotional freedom technique. This is a combination of ancient acupressure using the meridians and modern psychology. There's a long history of it. I give a link for that in my blog, as well as some handouts on how to do this. So I will list the blog link below the video. But today what we're going to do is talk about how it's used, and I'm going to give a demonstration of it that you can use. You can also look up a lot of other information about this. I heard about it from a number of friends, therapists, energy healers, and even my husband, who have used it to really good effect to release stress and feel much better. It's also quite effective emotionally, mentally, and physically. It's a good thing to use to calm your mind, to go to sleep, to really de-stress from something that's a hot button for you. So the first thing you do is you assess whatever's going on a scale of 1 to 10. So for example, let's say I'm worried about my mother. I could say, okay, from 1 to 10, where does that lie? Well, maybe there's something really big going on, and I'm sort of at an 8 of 10. So I note that down, and the phrase that you say is, even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely love and accept myself. And then there are these points, these acupuncture points, that we tap on. We do it about 10 times, maybe take a couple fingers. It's not hard. You don't want to hurt yourself, of course, and really activate the meridian in a negative way, but you want to awaken it as you're saying this and free the blocked energy. Okay. So let's say it's an 8, and I go, I'm going to start with the karate chop point. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm worried about my mother, top of head, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Inner eyebrow, even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Temple, even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Under eye orbit, even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Between nose and lip, even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Chin, even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Right under collarbone, even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. And then sort of bra area, or for guys, 2 or 3 inches underneath your armpit, depending how big you are, maybe 4 inches. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. It doesn't matter what side you do it on. I'm going to switch sides now. But first I'm going to assess. Okay, where did it go to? Well, it's maybe a 6 now. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm worried about my mother, I totally and completely accept and love myself. even though I'm worried about my mother. I totally and completely accept and love myself. And I check again. Okay, it's a 4. You want to continue going on until it's really either a 2 or 1 or 0. Now, you can look on Amazon for Gary Craig's book, EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, the EFT Manual. There's a lot of information online. Check below here for the blog information, the written information I have about this, and the handouts. And try this. Take a hot button. Maybe you're really angry about something. Maybe something is worrying you, or you're afraid of a presentation or a performance you have, or going to the next level, and you realize there's something holding you back. Try to identify it. Go through this process. It's really crazy effective. And as you can tell, even from my energy, I'm more calm right now. And, you know, all that, anything that was in my energy flow that was blocked is now being released. So my energy is available from my body. And that's how, you know, that good energy flow is necessary if there's an area that needs healing or just to feel better. And I encourage you to try this. Give me your comments. I look forward to hearing about your experiences. And until next time, sing and speak with your heart. Take good care.